Welcome back students. Myself Raghuvansar extends the previous topic of part 2 in which you have been taught about the effect of the abolition of the corn laws. As soon as the corn laws were scrapped, vast lands were cleared and food production expanded in Eastern Europe, Russia, America and Australia to meet the British demand. Growth of industries in Britain led to higher incomes and therefore more food began to import. Now capital flowed from London. New ship harbours were built and old ones expanded to ship the new cargoes. Homes and settlements were also built to settle labourers on lands to bring them under cultivation. The demand for labour in America and Australia led to more migration. All over the world, some 150 million people left their homes, crossed oceans in search of work. Thus, by 1890s, a global agricultural economy had taken shape. Food no longer came from nearby villages or towns, but from thousands of miles away. Now cultivation was practiced on a large farm not by peasants but by agricultural workers. Agricultural produces and workers were transported by railways and by ships. Even in India, the British government also built a network of irrigation canals to expand cultivation of wheat, cotton and rubber. These primary products were transported to Britain to feed their people and industries. Now students, we have seen how the introduction of new means of communication and transportation such as railways, steamships, the telegraph accelerated the process of globalization. Till the 1870s, animals were shipped live from America to Europe to fulfill the demand of meat. But problem was that live animals took up a lot of space in ships. Due to slow transportation, many died in the way, fell ill, lost weight or became unfit to eat. At that time, meat was considered an expensive luxury beyond the reach of the European poor. But it was good luck for the Europeans that the introduction of refrigerated ships solved their problems of transport of meat and other perishable food items. Now, animals were slaughtered for food at the starting point in America, Australia or New Zealand and then transported to Europe as frozen meat. This reduced shipping costs and lowered meat prices in Europe. Thus, international trade flourished, markets expanded and expanding trade increased prosperity in the late 19th century. But this expanding trade and prosperity had also a darker side. European conquest produced many painful economic, social and ecological changes. For example, Africa was divided and demarcated by European powers which led to conflict. In this process, many people lost their freedom and livelihood. Thank you.